defying death.
Just another Tuesday in Florida. This police body cam footage shows the moment a Florida cop was dragged half a mile by a suspect he investigated. According to CBS Miami, veteran officer John Cusack approached Thomas Cabrera on Tuesday morning over a suspected overdose. Cusack thought Cabrera was holden and tried to get in the vehicle. That's when Cabrera came too close and put a pedal to the metal while Cusack held on for dear life. Cabrera dragged the officer for around half a mile. Cusack, aged 38, eventually fell from the vehicle and took a rough-looking tumble. He got some injuries but is looking to return to work soon. As for Cabrera, he led the cops on a high-speed rush-hour chase before he and someone else in the car were eventually nabbed. Cabrera was charged with an attempt on an officer's life, as well as fleeing and eluding officers. Stick around for more police stories.
Murder suspect breaks handcuffs and makes amazing escape. North Las Vegas police released footage on Wednesday of a Nevada murder suspect breaking a pair of handcuffs before using a chair to climb through the roof and escape a police interview room. Suspect Alonzo Perez is seen in the video handcuffed to the table on September 2nd. The clip starts off with Perez looking around the room, his eyes repeatedly going up towards the ceiling. Perez then stands up and starts twisting and applying pressure to the handcuffs, which are attached to a metal bar on a table that is bolted to the floor. According to Police Chief Alexander Perez, the suspect was able to apply enough torque with the help of his body weight to finally snap the hinges on the handcuffs. After getting loose, the suspect is then seen calmly returning to his seat as if nothing happened, with his hand over the metal bar when a police detective checks on him. When the detective leaves, Alonzo gets back to planning his great escape. He uses a chair to remove a ceiling tile, and then eventually climbs into the ceiling and out of the interrogation room. According to the police chief, it was another 25 minutes before the cops realized Perez was gone. Perez then dropped down into the hallway and left the building, before going on to jack a work truck that was left running at a nearby parking lot. Perez was rearrested 3 days after his escape without incident.
Who you gonna call? This guy. A UK cop is being hailed a hero after he stopped a vehicle from falling over a bridge using just his bare hands and sheer determination. The van had been driving through icy conditions in Yorkshire when it skidded off the road and was left dangling precariously over a motorway bridge. When traffic officer Martin Willis arrived on the scene, he realized the driver was still trapped and hanging upside down in the van. Not willing to let the van fall over the edge, Motorway Martin grabbed hold of a wheel to keep the vehicle from swaying. He held on for 15 minutes until help arrived. The rescue operation took 2 hours, but ended with the 22-year-old driver being rescued and the van being pulled to safety. The poor driver suffered serious leg injuries and was immediately taken to the hospital. Motorway Martin, meanwhile, is getting applause from all corners of the internet for acting swiftly and saving a man's life. Texas woman Houdinis out of cuffs and makes off with a cop car. A Texas woman led officers on a high-speed chase Saturday after she slipped out of her handcuffs and took off in a police SUV. After Lufkin police chased down suspected shoplifter Tosha Sponsler, they had cuffed her and placed her in the back of the vehicle. While the cops went through her bag outside, Sponsler took off her seatbelt and slipped out of the cuffs. She then climbed through the window partition and into the driver's seat. Sponsler then sped off, leading officers on a dangerous 23-minute car chase with speeds reaching up to 100 miles per hour. Police said throughout the chase they could see the woman reaching for the mechanically locked shotgun in the SUV. The pursuit finally ended after a state trooper gave Sponsler a love tap to send her stolen patrol vehicle spinning. Sponsler was taken to Angelina County Jail where she's being held on an $18,000 bond. Sponsler faces charges of escape, causing serious bodily injury or threat using a deadly weapon, aggravated assault against a public servant, possession of a controlled substance, evading arrest with a vehicle with a previous conviction, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Damn, that's quite an impressive list. LAPD greenlights police drones. Say hello to my little friend. The Los Angeles Police Commission has voted in favor of allowing the LAPD to use drones in a year-long pilot program. Only SWAT team members in high-risk situations will be able to fly the drones. They will be deployed for aerial searches and gathering intelligence in tense situations. The drones will also be used in search and rescue missions. Every flight needs to be approved, documented, and reviewed. Weapons and facial recognition technology are also prohibited. LAPD officials attempted to address privacy concerns by saying the restrictions in place along with strong oversight would be sufficient, although many critics still remain wary. The commission will evaluate the performance of the pilot program after a year in order to decide whether or not to continue.